Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners: Best Cord Cutting TV, Bravo's Restaurant Bar, El Rey Lounge de Versalles, Joint Boutique Hotel and Cowork, Monzon Brewing Company, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Puerto Vallarta Owners Reps, Oculto, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners. Hello, what is it? It's Friday. Oh my goodness, it is Friday. Push the frighten button.
Thank God it's
Okay, enough. We don't want to get in trouble with the copyright gods. Good morning, everyone. This is Coffee and Headlines. What a pleasure to see you today. It is Friday, March 21st. It's the beginning of spring. It's the birthday of Benito Juarez, our first indigenous Mexican president and the first indigenous president in all of Latin America. We broke that down yesterday. Today is a new day with new news and all kinds of exciting things going on. And of course, we're prepping for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Hands-On Vallarta. Oh my goodness, how much fun is that? So I'm hoping that everybody is having a great morning. I am having a fabulous morning, and I can't wait to get into the news, which includes some fun stuff, some serious stuff, some questions that I have for you in terms of content. There's been pretty nasty things going on in our state, and I just want to know how much you want to be in the loop. And I need to tell you about this very decadent gift that my dear friend Stan gave me yesterday. Oh my goodness. God was in a good mood when she invented cinnamon buns. That's all I'm going to say. But not yet. First of all, I want to tell you that yesterday, the Puerto Vallarta Municipal Urban Development Council was formally introduced at City Hall. This new body is dedicated to planning, regulating, and supervising the city's growth, ensuring orderly, sustainable development in harmony with the natural environment. The council will bring together urban planning experts, business representatives, environmentalists, and authorities from all three levels of government to analyze and propose solutions to the urban challenges facing our municipality. Yay. This is also interesting news. The Tigo app, this is a new phone app, launches in Puerto Vallarta today. This will be a new on-demand local transportation platform that promises to be the best option for local residents and tourists to navigate our daily lives. This is a startup company from Jalisco that offers private transportation services via a mobile app at fair prices, with the option to request a regular car, an SUV, or an extra large vehicle, and prices based on distance and travel time. This will be a model that will also compete with giants like Uber and Didi. We didn't know that we needed an extra platform, but hey, we got one. So there you have it. And there is no place like home, said the lady Crocodile yesterday afternoon. Municipal police officers, in coordination with ecology personnel, once again seized the approximately 3.3-meter long crocodile on Francisco Medina Asensio Avenue next to the Magdalena restaurant. But this is the same crocodile that was captured and released in the Ameca River just a few days ago. We are talking about the crocodile that was sauntering along the canal at Los Tules. And it came back. It came back to the exact same channel. And then there's this other photograph where there she goes again. back to the Ameca River, but maybe we can start rooting for this particular crocodile. She seems to have a fixation with the Los Tules Canal. Ah, the pleasures of living in Puerto Vallarta. And of course, we have this from SEAPAL. Running enthusiasts and environmental advocates alike will come together on Sunday, March 23rd. That would be this Sunday, as SEAPAL Vallarta hosts its annual World Water Day half marathon and 5K recreational race. All the details for this race, whether you want to compete or whether you want to be a spectator, can be found in this article published by our friends at Banderas News. And of course, this is today is the second day of Gala Puerto Vallarta Riviera Nayarit. This is the tourism fair, the most important tourism fair in our region. And Jalisco's Minister of Tourism, Michelle Friedman, is in town to attend. In a brief interview, she stated that the event is not only attended by representatives from Puerto Vallarta's tourism industry, but from all of Jalisco, including the Pueblos Mágicos, the Costa Alegre region, and Guadalajara, not from the area of Huachimontones and Teuchitlán, however. And of course, we know there's been stuff going on there. When asked about it, she ruled out that the regrettable events that occurred in the vicinity of this archaeological and tourist spot would affect the preference of visitors to the entity. So it's good news to hear that tourism is running smoothly in those parts of Jalisco that were affected. But this does bring me to an important question. How much do you want to know about Teuchitlán? Of course, I am concerned because it is an important, unfortunate situation. But at the same time, I realize that it does not affect our livelihood on a regular basis. So I have chosen not to bring it up here at Coffee and Headlines. But if at any point you have questions about what is going on at Teuchitlán or what the latest findings or developments are, just feel free to let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to summarize as needed. Now, let us take a quick look at our weather forecast to see what's going on out there. And Snarky Weatherman says that today is the perfect day to burn your birth certificate and assume a new identity. Well, I think today is a perfect day for a cinnamon bun, and I will tell you about these magic cinnamon buns in a second. But first, it is 22 degrees out there. Humidity is at 64%. And today we can expect mostly cloudy skies with a high of 27 and a low of 14. Tomorrow, Saturday, we can expect partly cloudy skies through the day with a high of 27 and a low of 14 once again. And then on Sunday, mostly cloudy skies in the morning with mostly clear skies in the afternoon, but the same high and low temperatures, a high of 27 and a low of 14. Moving right along, we had a wonderful time yesterday exploring La Boheme. There were some people in the audience that had seen them before, so it was a great opportunity to reminisce our favorite arias and our favorite scenes. But then there were also a few newbies, friends that had never been to the opera before, or maybe they had but had not seen La Boheme before. So it was nice to introduce some people to La Boheme. And of course, my unexpected surprise came from my dear friend and community partner, Stan Wagner of Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback. He showed up with these delicious cinnamon buns. So I had one last night and I was like, oh my goodness, where is this coming from? And apparently, there is a business that just started a few months ago called La Sugar Bakery. And I love the logo. Well, I love their cinnamon buns. And this seems to be a home-based bakery with cinnamon rolls available by pre-order only. I have no idea where they're located. I don't know anything about the company, but I did take a bite and I am hooked. So I'm going to share this in the show notes so you can pursue this if you'd like. And if you've tried La Sugar Bakery and can give us more details about them, it would be wonderful. And of course, after La Boheme, what's next on my presentation agenda is to prepare the second half, which will be about unpacking Jonathan Larson's musical Rent. You don't need to have attended the first half of the presentation to attend this new upcoming presentation, which is going to take place on April the 10th. This will be a nice breakdown of what made Rent iconic when it debuted on Broadway. Well, it debuted off Broadway, but it was a troubling time in the United States as far as AIDS and HIV are concerned. So we'll see what kind of impact Rent had in the artistic community, in our world at large. And of course, it was a Pulitzer Prize. It is a Pulitzer Prize winning musical. So it'll be fun to unpack it. I will give you more details about this as the date approaches. And yesterday, I found out something fun. If you loved Coco, Disney and Pixar's wonderful movie that pays tribute to Mexico's Day of the Dead, you'll be thrilled to learn that a sequel is coming, but I would not order your popcorn yet because this won't be opening until 2029. Bummer. But it's good to know that the subject matter will be revisited. Of course, we will revisit Day of the Dead in the fall with my presentation, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. Today is the last day to put together our finishing touches for Hands-On Vallarta, which will be tomorrow at the Joint Boutique Hotel. And I'm really, really excited about this. This is our brand new volunteer fair, co-organized with Angela Kelleher. I will leave you our final interview, our final conversation about the event in the show notes today, where I will also leave you information about this student improv show or student improv showcase that is going to take place on Sunday, March 23rd, in a couple of days. This is, of course, the happy ending of the improv workshop that Diana Francis is doing on Saturday and Sunday at Art Vallarta. So it should be a fun thing to participate in. If you've never explored the possibility of enjoying an improv workshop, I have a short little interview with Diana that I want to share with you now so we can find out more details about the workshop. Take a look. Now we're going to change our mindset. Hi.
That was amazing. Hi.
You changed our mindset.
Oh, well done.
You're here to do a show with Gula Gabor.
Yes.
And of course you are Diana Francis.
Yes.
And you're also here to teach an improv workshop. Tell me about this.
Yes, I'm teaching a weekend improv intensive on February 22nd and 23rd that culminates in a student showcase. So the students who basically take what they learn over the course of the 10 hours and then put it up on stage in front of a live audience that I host and I guide them through. So they get a chance to take everything that they've learned and show the world.
Who would want to take an improv class?
This is a great question, Paco. I mean, a lot of people get really intimidated by improv. They might see shows like, Whose Line Is It Anyway, and think, and I'm sure, I don't know if you thought this when you saw Leave It to Cleavage, when we were making everything up on the spot. A lot of times people think like, I could never think that fast. I don't know how people can make up things and do comedy without a script. But surprisingly, we all have the ability to improvise. And at the core of improv, there are skills that are translatable to beyond just being funny on the stage. So improv is a fabulous tool for learning how to listen better, for taking other people's ideas and moving them forward, for being present in the moment.
Okay, let's play.
Yeah.
Let's play. You said improv is great for, what was the first thing you said?
For listening.
For listening. Okay. Housewives. Improv is great for?
Listening.
Yeah. What else?
For being in the moment.
Being in the moment.
Yes-anding ideas.
Being in the moment, being who wants to be in the moment.
Oh my God, the people at Telmex who take forever to answer your problems. Who else? Who else is this for?
This is for anybody who wants to be a better public speaker.
Better public speaker, Angela. This is for you.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
You better.
Okay. Well, and for me, I'm not a good speaker.
This is for anybody who wants to be able to build characters.
Characters.
Yeah,
Okay, so for comedians.
yeah, for comedians, definitely.
Or for chronic liars also. People want to build characters.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
If you don't want to be yourself anymore, sure.
There
why
you
not?
go, okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's really for anybody who wants to take a risk, who needs to learn that mistakes are gifts.
Oh wow, then it's for me.
Yeah.
I'm not a risk taker.
Oh, you should totally do this. You would be a natural at it, I think.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, that fear that you have right now,
Yeah.
that is the thing that you need to get beyond. Like, when was the last time you did something that really scared the pants off you?
Sex. I don't remember. Let's change the subject here. Let's forget about the people that could benefit from taking this workshop. Tell me about the grand finale. Is it going to be open to the public?
It is,
Where's
yes.
it going to be?
So it's at where the workshop and the student showcase is happening at the Art Vallarta Theater, 213 Pilates in the Romantica Zone.
Yes.
And it's at 7 o'clock on Sunday the 23rd. And tickets are only 300 pesos. Super cheap. Just come support the people who have learned a new skill and who are taking a chance. We taught a one-day workshop when we were here in December.
And how did that go?
It was fabulous. Marsha Blondin wrote about it a little bit, and I think she watched the whole thing, and her sister Patricia was in the workshop, and she was blown away by the variety of people that we had.
Oh, wonderful.
People who were in their 70s and people who were in their 20s, and almost immediately everybody's nerves were they start really high, and then almost immediately everybody calms down and starts to have fun and try things that are new and take risks, and it's a blast.
Well, I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and it is a pleasure to promote anything that comes from you, because you are a mastermind for improvisation.
Oh, thank you.
And anything that is vaguely or remotely related to storytelling and speaking publicly and losing that fear is important to me.
I mean, we need to find joy these days. I don't know if you've noticed that the world is a bit bonkers. So the ability to listen, to work together, to find joy, to overcome fear, what a better thing to do. And also walk away with some tangible skills and then show it off in front of your friends, families, coworkers, colleagues, enemies, exes,
I love it.
Yeah.
What do we have to do to keep you here in Puerto Vallarta, have you coming back more frequently?
I'm working on it. This is my retirement plan.
Good.
Yeah, I hope to be back more often.
Excellent. Diana Francis,
Paco.
always a pleasure to connect with you.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure to amplify whatever you bring to the table, except for your grievances with a next door neighbor who refuses to trim their lawn.
I mean, I got to take that guy down a notch.
And I'm sure you will.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate
Thank you for being here.
And of course, let's not forget that Diana Francis will be joining Gura Gabor on Monday night again for another edition of Match That Snatch Game, in which I was a participant contestant or a contesting participant. I don't know what I was, but I was there. It was a lot of fun. So whether you want to participate in the improv workshop, or whether you want to attend the student showcase on Sunday night, or whether you want to go on Monday night to see Match That Snatch Game, you'll have all the information in the show notes. And now, let us take a quick look at your comments. Where's the comment button? Right here. And let's see what we have. Boom, 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 boom. Good mornings and good afternoons all around. Thank you very much. Thank you for that, Albert. And thank you for the hot dog and the Cosmo. That was wonderful. It was great to connect and catch up. And I am so glad you enjoyed the performance of La Boheme. Well, the breakdown of La Boheme from yesterday. I was so excited to see also that La Boheme will be screened in cinemas in the next season of the Met Opera. Of course, we've seen it before. It's the same Zeffirelli production they've been doing since the 1980s, but it is stunning and gorgeous. And of course, we'll have to have our pilgrimage to Guadalajara for that. Boom, 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 boom. Christy's going for a wart, a wine acquisition road trip. I love it. Just a quickie. Well, even the quickies are good when it has to do with wine or with yarn. I love it, love it, love it. Stan, you may have changed my life and my waist size with that delicious cinnamon bun. I'm itching to find out where they are located, or maybe I shouldn't know, because then I would know where to go find them myself. Let's see. Oh, now that is sweet. It was a treat to sit next to you and sense how much the presentation moved you, Albert. See, I love it. I love it when you guys, take chances on my music appreciation presentations. I just love, love, love it. Boom, boom, boom. I've never been to opera, let alone a presentation. Don't some performances tell a story as well? Of course they do. And in some, the story is really compelling. Sometimes the story is not as compelling, but the trick is on how you tell the story. Let's see what else. Ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, boom. Oh, you guys are so funny. What was that? A homing croc, says Harold about the crocodile that was snatched. The croc came back the very next day. Oh, come on. Did it only take one day to swim all the way from the Ameca River? I just think it's amazing. And apparently the croc has a name. Logan says, justice for Panchita. I didn't know that that's what they called it. Oh, my goodness. Don't get addicted to Cinnabons. The road to recovery is long. Honey, the road to recovery is a road I've been walking since the pandemic. It's, we've gotten rounder. Let's see. And this is a funny pun. La Sugar will have to be La Visited. I love it. It's on the list. Laura, you make me laugh whenever you laugh in the good way, because whenever you add something to your list, I'm thinking about all the things I add to my lists when I'm planning trips to Guadalajara. It is just crazy. And I never get to everything I want to see, but at least I have a reference list, and I'm not going around thinking, what was that I wrote down that I thought that I really wanted to go see? But maybe that's just the way my mind works. I'm seeing feedback about Teuchitlán. I'm with John. I'd like to know what's going on. Okay, thank you. Harold says, yes, what's going on there? Well, oh my goodness. We'll come back to Teuchitlán on Monday. I'll be happy to give you an update of what has been going on and what has developed since the federal attorney's office stepped in. Let's see. Oh, Clemmy. Rent is amazing. One of the best musicals on Broadway. It's very touching and emotional, right? It is absolutely wonderful. Rent, for me, is like what the kids are feeling gaga about. It's the kids feeling gaga about Wicked. I mean, when I was in my 20s in New York and in Boston, Rent was the thing, and I'm so thrilled to revisit it one more time. Barbara's heading to Raíces tonight for dinner with the International Friendship Club. How fun. And Carmen Porras, hola Carmen, besos. That improv interview was great. The workshop sounds really interesting. Well, just knowing Diana, she's just heavenly, and she's so skilled at what she does. I am sure that anybody participating will have a lot of fun. So tomorrow, I will be setting up for our volunteer fair. So tomorrow will be pre-recorded. what can I say? But I trust you will like the content. And I trust that if you end up near the markets in the Rio Quale, you will take some time to stop by and say hello or participate in the volunteer fair, connect with some organizations. We put a lot of time and effort into this, and it really means a lot to Angela and I if you either attend or you spread these last minute posts we are sharing about what's going on tomorrow. It should be wonderful. So, hopefully, I'll see you there tomorrow. And if not, I will be back here with you live on Monday morning with more coffee and more headlines. But tune in tomorrow morning. It should be fun.